Speed Reading by Cam Knight. What's in this summary? Unveil the secrets of speed reading and master simple techniques to quickly and efficiently absorb any information. You'll understand ways to become a reading speed champion, techniques to drastically improve your reading speed, how to read the void strategies for reading and comprehending text quickly, the importance of eye health, tips to maintain eye health while increasing reading speed, why your reading speed drops, identify and overcome common obstacles that slow down reading, tips for memorizing, methods to enhance memory retention while speed reading, focus points, your true reading potential, discover your innate ability to read faster and more efficiently. Before you open the first page, preparation techniques to maximize reading speed and comprehension. How to become a book racer. Learn to race through books with speed and understanding. Man-running open book. What's holding you back? Identify and eliminate barriers to faster reading. Comprehend how to comprehend. Improve your comprehension skills to retain more information. Time for life hacks. Utilize practical tips and tricks to enhance your reading experience. Focus point 1. Your true reading potential. Reading is integral to most people's lives. It is necessary for studying, leisure, finding a good job, or acquiring new skills. But in the modern, hectic world, finding time to sit quietly with a book is hard. Every minute counts, so reading 200 pages in an hour is an impossible dream. But it absolutely can be done. You can create any habit. Let's start from the stereotype. Reading fast does not mean reading badly. On the contrary, as your speed increases, your comprehension also improves. Reading is not an innate talent. You learn this skill by deciphering created symbols and matching them with sounds and meanings. It takes a lot of effort to make this process automatic, but often it creates habits that are not always good, and even more, sometimes can restrict your abilities. Many people focus on details instead of the big picture, which makes reading comprehension fragmented and slow. Fortunately, you can fix this pattern using special techniques and exercises to overcome your limits and unlock your true potential. Want to learn these tips and finish any book lightning fast? Then bolt right into this summary. Focus point 2. Before you open the first page, imagine you urgently need to read a heavy book. It's a matter of life and death, or at least success in a critical conference tomorrow. Time is running out, so what will you do? The immediate decision would be to open the first page and start working quickly. However, there is a better answer. There are many ways to improve your reading efficiency even before you start. The most trivial but practical first step is to find a purpose. Why are you reading? This question may seem very simple, but it is essential. Your brain appreciates certainty and micro goals. If you don't have one, your thoughts become chaotic, and you start thinking about everything. To avoid it, define the purpose of your work. I'm reading to prepare a report, to learn new words, to discuss the book with a friend. The simpler, the better. Suitable preparations for a job save the time spent on it. When you've decided on your purpose, it's time, no, not to start the first chapter, but to look at the preview. It will help you understand the overall content of the text. A 500-page romance novel and a short scientific article will be very different to analyze. Still, you can use a secret system for any kind of literature. Pretend you are a policeman and think about thieves. Title. Headings. Introduction. Every highlighted word. A visual elements. End of chapter questions. A summary. This approach will help you visualize the content of a book. Of course, you won't know the details until you've read the entire text, but you just need to get the big picture for now. Your mind likes to guess, make assumptions, and generalize, so with this basis, you can easily add the nuances of content in the future. Thanks to this trick, both your speed and comprehension will increase. Want to practice? Find at least 3 texts of different genres and go through the thieves' system without reading them. While the first one may be difficult, the third will be easier. You can learn and train in any skill, reading, comprehension, or content evaluation, and using a variety of genres will help. Focus point 3. How to become a book racer. What is a void? In the context of reading, it's a space between words. It allows you to trick your brain and turn its weaknesses into strengths. When reading, people often focus on each word individually, which slows down their speed and makes comprehension harder. If you have this problem, try moving your eyes from space to space. You'll find that you still see two words on either side of each space, but you'll be able to perceive them more freely. After practicing, you can concentrate on every second or third space without losing the meaning of the paragraph. You'll cope with the text much faster by reading the emptiness. When digging into details, a broad view of things helps you notice problems you didn't see before. Another technique is chunking. Using this little trick, you focus not on a single word, but on a group logically connected by meaning. In this way, you don't narrow your perception, but rather expand it. It's as if you're taking a bite from a fruitcake, rather than eating it one berry at a time. You'll find it challenging to use the chunking and space reading techniques together, but let's try both to find the best one. Children learn to read aloud in school so that teachers can correct and evaluate their progress. And this practice often carries over to adulthood. But subvocalization can hurt productivity by adding one more complicated action to reading. The third way to increase reading speed is to remove subvocalization. The brain spends more resources on pronouncing words or creating an inner voice that seems to speak the sentences. Here are some tips on how to get rid of this habit. Close your mouth to minimize the risk of reading aloud. Try humming. This will shift your focus and set the rhythm. Play music. It interrupts the internal speaker and allows you to immerse yourself in the text better. Although these tips may be initially challenging, they will become more accessible to follow with every try. Once you succeed, you'll feel like a racer, zipping through page after page. Focus point 4. What's holding you back? Slow reading has many roots. Surprisingly, most are psychological and biological. The first and most common problem that reduces reading speed is fixation. Your eyes jump around, moving from word to word. When they stop on a word, they fixate. The more such mechanical stops you make, the more you slow down. Fixations are natural, but you can manage their numbers. Chunking and space reading techniques will be helpful in this case. Training your body will allow you to show its full potential. Try to reduce the length of your fixations, too. Keep moving your eyes, even if you don't catch one word. The average reader fixates 4 times per second, so if you reduce your fixations by at least half, your reading speed will double. Once the old behaviors are engaged, it's difficult to disengage them. Cam Knight. How often do you return to a text you've already read? This is called regression, and it is also a widespread problem. It's natural for a person to regress because their eyes move back and forth when they read. Lack of concentration, subvocalization, and just plain habit also make you do this. To conquer regression, you can go through several steps. Define the goal. Having a clear understanding of why you are reading will help increase your concentration. Use an index card. Keep it on the line you are reading. This visual marker will help you navigate the text. Control the fixations. The fewer you have, the more likely you understand the text and don't dig into the details, so there's no point in returning to what you've already read. Biology has already given you the tools for a specific but effective reading method. Let's hack your body again. Focus your eyes on a small object. It's blurry, but you can still see what's around it with your peripheral vision. You can also use it while reading to recognize many words simultaneously. You need to train this skill to achieve good results, but choosing this technique can gain you a true and rare superpower. Just try it. Focus point 5. Comprehend how to comprehend. Reading is meaningless without understanding. Even a complex scientific book will not give you anything worthwhile if you can't comprehend the information. Can you tell the plot of the novel after finishing the last page? If this is difficult for you, let's look at ways to simplify this task. One of the best methods is to highlight the main points. Read any text paragraph and determine what it is about in one phrase. You don't need to go into details. Just find the main idea that the author intended in this fragment. The inability to find the main points is a common problem for students who suffer, especially during their studies. Fortunately, you can train this skill to perfection. Do you struggle with the main points? Don't worry. Sometimes, authors put them in topic sentences that introduce or summarize a paragraph. They are often the first or last sentences, but this is not always true. They contain the main idea, which is the basement for other details. Take a lovely highlighter and try to find such sentences in the first chapter of your favorite book or article. It will become more accessible and easier to do so with each paragraph. Books build a good vocabulary, but you must already have it to read with pleasure and speed. Your brain quickly identifies familiar words, but struggles with difficult ones, and sometimes even has to spell them out. Therefore, the more you know, the smoother you read. There is no limit to excellence, even in the most minor things. Expanding your vocabulary is not boring. It automatically happens when you work with exciting text and highlight unfamiliar words, when you listen to podcasts of intelligent people, or just talk to them. But if you want to speed up this process even more, try using a thesaurus and pay attention to suffixes and prefixes. They have a consistent meaning and can give you the sense of even unknown words. For example, the prefix D means two, so when you see the word dichotomy, you can more easily guess that it means division into two opposite parts. Focus point 6. Time for life hacks. It's time to maximize the benefits of reading. Have you ever forgotten the content of a book you just finished? If so, here are some tips to improve your memory. Try not just to read, but stop and recall what you've already read. It is best to do this after breaks. Don't continue the chapter halfway through when you return to the book with a cup of coffee. Instead, spend a few seconds trying to remember what happened before. Reviews are also perfect practice. What was the chapter 1 just finished about? The answer will structure the information in your head. Taking care of yourself is the key to success in challenging tasks. If you were daydreaming and didn't understand the text for several pages, try visualizing what you've read. While reading about mathematical formulas, imagine ancient Greek philosophers writing them on a blackboard, and for a romantic moment in your favorite novel, try to see every little detail on the dress of a beautiful princess. Visualization is a powerful tool that increases concentration and allows you to see the simple instead of the abstract. This way, you will enjoy it more and memorize the material better. Don't disregard the areas that you resist or find annoying, because they offer important clues to growth and development. Cam Knight. Whatever techniques you choose for compelling reading, it is essential to remember that it is possible thanks to your eyes. Their health is important, and poor eyesight will complicate your future work. When reading for a long time, take a break so your eyes can rest. Here are some exercises you can use. Draw figure 8 and infinity symbols with your eyes. Open your mouth and eyes wide. Close them by squinting hard. This exercise will relax your muscles. Move your eyes from side to side and from bottom to top. Close your eyes and gently massage your eyelids with the tips of your ring fingers. They are the most gentle. Blink slowly for a few minutes without looking at anything in particular. Did you know? According to various sources, a person perceives 60 to 70% of information about the environment through vision. Conclusion: reading is indispensable to study and work, yet you don't always have time to read pages and pages of information. But you can quickly finish even the thickest of tomes if you understand how the brain works and know how to maximize its capabilities. Recommendations: choose 3 books of different genres. Select books that interest you to make the exercises enjoyable and boost your results. Take breaks for eye exercises. Regular breaks with eye exercises will help maintain good eyesight and give your brain a rest. Use additional materials. Utilize stickers or highlighters to mark your reading progress and stay on track. As we conclude this journey, remember that language is magical. It connects us, bridges cultural divides, and allows us to express our deepest feelings. Let's cherish the beauty and power of language and continue to explore new audiobooks, uncovering new insights and forging meaningful connections. Stay tuned and keep on exploring knowledge on our channel Media Deem, folks. It's the key to a world of wonder and wisdom. Keep listening and incorporating the knowledge into your conversations. The more you listen, the better you speak. See you next time.